Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Jackson now. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
I'm hoping to get rid of that interception bug. A run for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 7. Now Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. 7 yards there and a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson, what more can we say at this point? He is a living, breathing highlight reel. And go ahead and tack on that last play to the list of big ones by number 8.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round? That's what I call a steal.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. First down and more for Jackson. And all the way down to the 12. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Throwing. Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have the Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give. This is Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. Here's Chubb again. And he's got some space here. 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run. And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came in this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational. The return is Duvernay. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And out across midfield down to the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for the first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Jackson on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Jackson will throw again. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
Personal foul.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Mayfield down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Touchdown, Browns. Jarvis Landry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The return is Duvernay. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So here are the Browns to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They run. Chubb.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Open man here. Schwartz complete. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 45 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Throw left side complete. That's Andrews.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Now Jackson going to take off with it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Gets around him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Trying to improvise. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. On the option right is Jackson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson going to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got room and still fighting.
244 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The return is Duvernay. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Connecting with Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Connects with Duvernay.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Here's Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They run again on first down. Chubb fighting through, and he's got space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that